Well, we are loading out at Dix Creek Gap. This is the crowd that has been together with us for the last couple of nights at Hostel Around the Bend, which has been, it was an awesome place to stay. Great food, great fellowship, and it was just super incredible. We was really glad to have stayed 2 nights there.
Yeah.
Wish we could stay more, but we got to get up the trail. So we're heading 11 today, I think it is, to Muskrat Shelter. And we'll check in as we get going here. I was eager to get started this morning, and I didn't really talk about things that we would see on the trail today. Not a huge amount of things, but one thing of great significance. We will be crossing the North Carolina state line today. We will be finished with Georgia about 2/3 of the way through our hike today. And we're excited to have Georgia ticked off the list and be back home in North Carolina for a while. We'll be bouncing in and out of North Carolina and Tennessee as we go toward Virginia. Eventually, right before we cross Highway 19E, after the Roan Highlands, we'll switch over into Tennessee for good. But until that point, we'll be in and out of North Carolina and Tennessee for quite a while now. And we're excited to be headed back to our home state for a bit and to have Georgia done, because Georgia's been hard. We ran into a fellow the other day who was a through hiker a couple of years ago, and he said after he finished his hike, he came back home to Georgia and then re-hiked Georgia just to see, was it that he didn't have trail legs, or is Georgia really that hard? And he said, no, Georgia's really that hard. So we'll be happy to check that one off the list today. I almost blew right past this little creek spring area right here. Beautiful little area. We're coming downhill at the moment, but you can sort of see where it comes from there. But this little Russian brook right here would be a great place for water, but thankfully I'm full up and I don't need to stop. But if I did, this is just an absolutely gorgeous place to sit and pause and reflect for a few minutes on God's beauty. We're blessed that we're able financially to be out here, and that our family has blessed this trip, and we look forward to sharing it with you. I hope that you'll enjoy it every bit as much as we do, and you don't have to worry about sleeping in the rain, so that's cool. You're welcome. So I'm stopped on the trail. I try to set a clock for about an hour. First hour of the day, I like to just sort of see how I'm doing. And I did about a little bit over 2 miles. I'm not quite at an hour yet, and I'm just over 2 miles, and that's okay with me. I'm hoping that we can try to do about a 2 mile an hour pace, and that helps me to gauge and know about what time during the day we'll be finishing up. So that's kind of handy to know. Oh, that looks terrible. Anyway, so much for looking cool. It's all good. I wanted to take a couple of minutes while I was waiting on Hawkeye. I'll let him catch up, or at least get him in sight and make sure he's okay, to tell you a couple of things that I'm thankful about. First, I'm thankful for my wife. This is her second round of this, trying to through hike the Appalachian Trail business. And it's tough, I know, for her to let Gavin and me go off into the woods for 5 or 6 months at a time. She'll be able to see us some, but we'll just have to kind of work around her schedule and school schedule and that sort of thing. But on the plus side, we're, for the first several months, I guess, even on the trail through mid-Virginia, we're only a couple of 3 hours off the trail. So if we get to a town area or a place where she could meet us in town on a weekend, it's not too terribly difficult for her to come out, and we'll look forward to having her visit. And I've already got a list of things I want to send home with her, because I weighed my pack this morning. It was way more than I thought it was going to be. It was about 37 pounds with food and water, which that's, I don't know, 5 or 7 pounds more than I had hoped to be carrying. And I know what I can send home. It's just, I'm waiting on the Smokies. I've got some really cold weather gear. I've got micro spikes. I'm still gauging my charging capacity with my power banks. I've got 2 power banks that weigh almost a pound each, and I think I can send one of those home. I'm planning to. But anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing her again. I know it's hard for her because I'm the cook and the grocery shopper and the day-to-day stuff around the house to some extent, and I know she'll miss that. I know Griffin's going to miss us. He's gearing up for his AP Calculus exam, and he and I have had a lot of fun talking in the evenings about what he's done in class that day, and he'll have a question here and there about, how do I make this easy? I was going up the trail the other day just thinking about a topic that I know he's about to hit, that I've got a real good suggestion for him. I need to text him that. But there's some trade-offs that you have for being on the trail, and we're blessed that our family supports us and our community supports us. My friends, my scout unit, my council, we're really blessed to have their support and blessing, and I know we'll see people out on the trail as we go along that are friends of ours that'll come out and meet and greet us, and we're looking forward to that. We'll miss the connections to back home, but I know that we'll find a way to make those work as we're out here on the trail this year. So thanks to all of those who have made this trip possible, and thank God for giving us the physical ability and all the other advantages that we have in life to make this trip possible. We'll grow from it, and I'm excited for the experience. This is the payoff for walking a mile uphill in 30-degree weather, 32 or 34, whatever it is. It's kind of windy up here, but it feels nice. I'm in my long sleeve shirt, and as long as I'm moving, I'm good. I'm not going to stay stopped for long. We've reached another top. Now we flattened out and wind out for a little bit. I'm sure we'll be climbing again soon. Ooh, whoops. Took a wrong set. All right, so we passed Plum Orchard Shelter. I stopped and sat down for a little while and waited on the Hawkeye for a little bit there, and we've climbed out of there. Whew, and we're finally on a flat for a while. I'm stepping out. I got Dolly playing in my left ear. It's been, a great day of hiking today. Weather's good. It's cold, but it's good. Feels nice. And we're plowing forward. I've got a road crossing in less than a mile. And then we started a pretty decent climb for a while too. But hopefully it'll be gradual. And we can plow on forward like we've done so far. I'm pleased with the progress we've made because we've done a lot of climbing today. But it has been such that I have not had to stop and breathe like I used to. So getting stronger every day. Thank you, Lord, for that. And I know every day we're out here, we're going to get stronger. Well, we've reached Blue Ridge Gap. I was hoping for trail magic, but I was disappointed. But we'll get there sometime. It's all good. So we came from up here down the hill, and I think we're starting a pretty steady climb for about 5 miles. We're 6 miles from the shelter, and the only thing we can do is step on up here and go up the stairs and get to it, which we will do. It's been a great day today. I'm feeling pretty good today, hiking well. Even on the ups, it's been gradual enough that I could go without stopping too much, so that's been good. Stopping for just a second to show you this tree. This tree here, I'll come close to it. Zoom in just a tad. This is the American holly, and we have those in North Carolina. They're fairly common up and down the AT. Real pretty tree. They'll stick you, but I'm not going to get that close. Just wanted to show you that. That was a really nice specimen standing out in the middle of nowhere. So we're putzing along. We're in the midst of that long, gradual uphill. I think it is going to be gradual. I just went up for a while, and now I've got this flattened down. So it'll be good. So to describe my hiking pattern, I just thought of another analogy. I just came up another small up. Didn't have to stop any, but it was slow going. And then you get to the top and around the bend, and now all of a sudden, we're going to be kind of sliding along the inside of this right here, pretty flat and level, and maybe even go down a little bit over there. I don't know. It's kind of like a roller coaster. You know, you hitch onto the ratchet thing and it pulls you up slowly, and when you get to the top, it just kind of lets you fly. And that's kind of the way I feel like with my stride as I'm walking here. With this, I can really step out and move along, whereas with that up, I'm just kind of at the mercy of doing the best I can do and having to stop occasionally. But we are making good time. We're about 2 miles from a pretty important landmark I'll share with you. I probably already let the cat out of the bag on that one earlier, but if I didn't, it's going to be a surprise. So we'll see you shortly. Well, here's this big surprise of the day coming up on it right here. Do you know what it is yet? It's a tree. It's a tree with a pipe in it. And a tree with a state line attached to it. Woo! North Carolina. Welcome home, son.
Yep.
All right, so we're a few hundred feet past the North Carolina-Georgia border. And we came from over here. It's really nice. Nice to be home again. When we were here in 2019, get a pole to point with. We camped right there by the water, and it was nice. But we're gonna head on to Muskrat shelter. We've got about 3 miles to go. Hawkeye's gonna pause for just a minute and get some water. We got a really nice pipe coming out right here. You can't ask for a better water source than that. That's pretty nice right there. But anyway, we're gonna filter some water and we're gonna head on up. I'll show you kind of where we're going. This is sort of a break. Our trail goes right up through here, through that gap right in the middle of the screen, and then it cuts right along this ridge. And we've got up for a while, but it's, I think, gonna still be kind of gradual like we've been doing. So that's good. We'll check in with you shortly. We'll look at some of the says, yeah, this is what this box. What is this box? I have no idea. I think this is the big famous tree. Oh yeah, it's a shelter log from blackout. Yeah, open up the box, let's see. Yeah, it's mouse eating or something, but yeah, that's what it is. We're not gonna sign it.
Nope.
All right, it's cold. We're right up on this ridge. I'll show you. We'll back out and go around it not so fast. This is the famous tree that a lot of people take a picture of. So, look here, Hawkeye. All right, so we can take a still from there. Snap. So we're up on this ridge right now, just above where I showed you we got water and camped in 2019, and the wind is whipping. We are going to move. My fingers are freezing. So we're going to go on up about 3 miles. We'll be at our shelter. Well, welcome to North Carolina with a 500-foot climb or better. We got up on that ridge line. We've continued to climb, and we're going to continue to go further. I think we're going to wind through that rhododendron up there if my memory serves. But we're moving along, not stopping as much as we were. Still getting stronger every day. Yeah, I don't know if you could see what we just saw, but there was obviously a hoarfrost here last night. That's when the air is moist and the wind comes over this ridge like it does. And oh wow, what a nice view there.
Yeah, look up there.
Oh yeah, you can still see some in the trees shining up there. So a lot of that stuff's been blowing off on us. It did get cold up here last night. It's cold up here now, although we're out of the wind. Sorry about that. So anyway, we are in North Carolina, and we've had quite the North Carolina welcome with a steep climb. We're mostly to the top of it, then we dip back down and go back up a little bit. We're less than 2 miles from where we're going, so we'll keep plodding along slowly and we'll get there before dark. In the realm of things that are completely unusual, if you look at that leaf right down there at the tip of my pole, you can see how many holes are in it from trekking poles that have come through here. And I know for a fact there's only 2 people in front of us today, so that leaf has been there for quite some time. And I've noticed that all along the trail. In fact, you can look right over here. There's several leaves that are just pot marked with trekking pole marks from having just laid there on the trail as people have come through here. I thought that's kind of neat. I don't remember noticing that before. All right, these are the faces of some tired hikers. We have gotten as near to the summit of Coothouse Bald as we're going to get. The summit, I'll show you, is right over here. Guidebook says it's 1/10 of a mile to the west of the trail, and I'll see if I can Google a picture online sometime when I get home. I'm not going to make that 1/10 of a mile today. Wow, that's been such a climb. We've got a little bit of a down and a little bit of an up, and we'll be there. I think we're probably 1.5 miles from home tonight, and we'll check in when we get there, if not before. Thanks for joining us. Well, I think we have officially finished our last climb, and we're just a few 1/10 of a mile from our shelter. It should be down here. I don't know whether it's on the left or the right, but it'll be marked. I look forward to sitting down and chilling for a little bit. And I'll go through the process of my evening routine of what I do at camp. Sometime I'll have to shoot a video that I don't know if it's going to be tonight because today's video is kind of long, I think. But I'll do that one night and just sort of show you the things that we go through when we come into a campsite and get ready to be done for the night. I don't know if I've called a mountain stream of the day or not, but this is most definitely it. And it's our water source for the shelter tonight. The shelter is just right over there. You can't probably see it through the trees, but I can. And I hear Hawkeye and Milkman talking over there. So we have made it. It's 11 point something. I don't remember exactly what. And I look forward to chilling and sitting down for a little bit. Well, we're getting settled in the shelter. You can see where it's a little snow from last night. We're all gearing up to cook supper. I've got my clothes hanging out on the tree limbs over here to try to dry out a little bit. The wind's blowing, so hopefully they'll dry out a little bit. So we're gonna chill around here, and I've already got my stuff laid out for bed tonight. And I suspect we'll probably get under our covers as soon as we eat because it's cold. But we appreciate you joining us today, and we'll put some pictures here at the end of the video, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for following, and we'll see you soon.